The snow's got a bite out here. Not much gets past that. Looking good. These look like Banuk markings. Is this the way to their territory?
You don't look like you know this path, Hunter.
Seems you're a long way from anything. Where does this trail lead?
For me, it leads south. Away from the Banuk. Past the Grave Horde. Banukai, watch over me. This is the quickest way out of the cut, instead of going all the way through Oseram territory. And take it from me, you want a quick way out of the cut.
I haven't even arrived yet. Why would I want to leave?
Strange machine attacks? A curse on the mountain? It's enough to make me look forward to Meridian.
You're going to Meridian?
Yes. I was named an envoy to the Karja King's court. No one else wanted to do it. It's not so bad. I just recount the songs from Ban-Or, and the Karja draw their funny little glyphs. I tell them of the machine's growing anger, and the Karja King still offers aid even though he knows the Banuk will not accept it.
What kind of strange machines? And what kind...
Machines tougher and crazier than anything in the south, I heard. And smoke comes off the mountain like a funeral pyre all day and night. But like I said, I just pass through now.
What sort of place is...
It's on the edge of everywhere. The edge of Ban-Or, the edge of the mountains, the edge of other tribes' territories. It's suffered in the war with the Karja. But it suffered before that too. Life there is a test to survive out on the edge.
Not exactly homey. I can see why you'd want to move on.
Home is what you carry in a roll on your back.
Well, thanks for the warning.
And the warning rolled off you. I understand.
What are you doing, Aloy? This path leads to the cut. The Banuk have nothing to offer besides useless mysticism. The Eclipse won't stand idle while you waste time playing in the snow. Return to your task.
Surprised you're still checking up on me. I thought you had moved on.
Forgive me for still being concerned with the fate of the world.
I was thinking, Banuk shamans thread blue cables through their skin, right? Kind of like someone else we know, huh? So maybe the real reason you want me to stay clear of the Banuk is to stay clear of your past.
It's not the past that concerns me, Aloy. It's the future. Or possible lack thereof. Which is why you should stop prattling and get back to what matters. But as usual, you'll do as you wish.
Touchy. predator. I can see the heat coming off it. I can't feel much of anything in this. Welcome, I guess.
You sure you'll be warm enough up here, Nora?
I've worked up a sweat from the climb.
it to the cut, Outlander.
Not that you'll stay long.
Smoke rising from the mountain. And the village, too. What's... It's 4.
How are we to trust the chieftain after so many died under his command?
It's tempting to place the blame with our attack. But perhaps there's no one to blame.
Must be something big going on. Most of the village is moving towards that smoke.
Ray's been gone a long time. She will return.
Get ready for a rare sight, Nora. Bergrand, purveyor of necessities. Most of the time, the Banuk burn their dead. But not today.
Because the bodies couldn't be recovered.
Aye, a nasty business. All their best warriors lost. So they're getting a different kind of send-off.
your grief, my hunters, and kill it! For our kin sees the fate all Banuk long for, falling with their spears striking steel. Their struggle is over now. You have witnessed their spirits rise up into the blue sky and beyond to the blue light. But our struggle is only beginning. Soon, we will again take up the hunt against the daemon that frenzies the machines against us. And so I ask you, can you summon the courage of our fallen kin? Will you fight and die as well as they did?
My courage! My spear!
Our blood is in your teeth, Aratak!
We are Banuk. Our enemies are prey.
The daemon. That frenzies the machines.
Machines that wiped out their best. And what do they want to do? Go back up there. Fools. A little advice. For free.
Aloy.
Aloy. I've been up here for 2 long winters, and I still can't make sense of the Banuk. Take this ruckus. It started with one of their shamans, Aurea, spouting on about spirits and daemons up on Thunder's drum. So they march their Warwick up there, and half of them get slaughtered by machines. When Aurea vanished, I thought the crazy might have gone with her. But no. Here's Big Aratak, gearing them up to do it all over again.
What is it about the Banuk you can't make sense of?
Well, everything's a test to them. A hardship to endure. A challenge to survive.
Seems like they don't have much of a choice in a place like this.
Yeah. A land cold enough to crack teeth, filled with wild animals. You'd think they'd accept a little reasonably priced aid. Well, believe me, I've tried to convince them. But a Banuk with nothing left to prove might just lie down and die.
And Aurea is the one who spoke about this daemon?
That's right. Told Aratak and the others that it lives up on Thunder's drum. And they believed her.
But you don't.
Look, I don't know what Aurea found up there. A shaman's not going to talk to an outlander. The machines in the cut are getting more vicious, that's a fact. It could be because of the daemon, or it could be because they all got indigestion, for all I know. But Aurea's not around to explain. She took off, and no one knows why.
Have you ever heard of a man named Silence? Tall, deadly serious, cables in his skin? Like a shaman?
I've heard that name once or twice, but always whispered. Like some boogeyman the Banuk want to forget. I'm not sure what went down, but I got the impression he messed with the Conclave. Or they messed with him.
Conclave?
All the most important shamans gather in Banur from time to time to keep up with the latest mumbo-jumbo. No idea how they all fit into one tent without those crazy headdresses getting locked up on each other. Aurea's been to that shindig, but when I asked her what it's like, she just gave me a dirty look. So if you want to know more, you'll have to find her and make her like you, I guess. Good luck.
Is Aratak a renowned warrior around here?
He's a Warwick chieftain. His voice carries a lot of respect. Not that you hear much of it. Man talks about as much as a dead fish. But when he and Aurea came to town with their Warwick, it drew more Banuk to this little burg than I'd ever seen. Know what else I saw, Aloy? My own little trade route, stretching all the way back to the claim. Then, he goes and leads them off to their death at the claws of angry machines. So much for my best customers.
You said you've lived out here for 2 winters?
Aye. Back home, some fur traders told me about this steel-forsaken heap of tents. Good location. Ripe for change. We were barely scraping by until this place started filling up for Aurea. A great prophet is coming, they said. I heard prophet. Honest mistake. Not that the Banuk are stingy, they just prefer to keep trade among themselves. We could get through to enough of them. We could really put this place on the map. Or at least on a map.
What are these Wericks about, Bergrand? Some sort of tribe within the tribe?
Not like our clans back home. You don't get born into these things. They hold tryouts. Prove your best at something and you might get a place. Some Wericks come and go. Some last as long as metal. The whole Banuk territory, Banur, is just a bunch of the biggest, oldest Wericks.
I'm not sure if I'm less confused or more confused.
Well, here's the sure thing. Each Werick has a chieftain and a shaman. They make the decisions. All well and good, except the chieftains are hard-headed, and the shamans have their heads in the clouds.
We?
Me and my daughter. My assistant, Varja. My assistant and my daughter. We seem to get along better as business partners. Her mother wanted me to show her a trade. She started tinkering with weapons. Say, when you need a break from this Banuk carry-on, stop in and see her. You're both, how do I put it?
Women?
No. Independent. Look for her at Long Notch, the easternmost Banuk camp.
I want to know more about this daemon.
It's crazy talk, Aloy.
Or there's something to it. Something connected to how the machines behave.
Then you need to find Aurea. She was last seen headed for the mountains they call the Ice Rasts. I've heard only the shamans know the trail beyond those frozen peaks. But I do know where you could find her apprentice, Naltuk. He went north of the river, chasing rumors.
Rumors?
Not the good kind. Sudden attacks in the snow. Strange new structures. Some say a new machine, like no one's seen before.
Well, now I'm definitely interested. Thanks for the talk, Bergrand.
Don't mention it.
I wonder if our
Banuk
talk
have
could tell me
painted the
more
same
about
way
Aurea
for
or Thunderstorm.
ages. It suited us
Maybe
fine.
worth a shot?
Why must Sekuli meddle with it?
I do not want to hear this talk from you again. Doubt.
Forgive me, my chieftain. We will be ready for...
But this will not be an attempt. It must be done.
My chieftain.
Good. Outlander, I suppose you wish to speak?
This...
If you are hardy enough, you can venture out and see the signs yourself. It has changed the machines, made them fiercer, stronger.
But what is it?
A matter for the shamans to debate.
Aurea knows about this daemon.
She does a shaman's work. That is not for the eyes and ears of others. Certainly not an Outlander's.
There are other Weraks and songs...
Yes. The village has its own life for all Banuk who need trade or shelter. After the war ended, it sprang up from what was once a campsite, quick as the bloom between frosts. Perhaps it will last, until the Karja seek war again.
Did your Werik come from this place?
No, we rallied most of our hunters from across Banur to face the threat of the daemon. But I was born here, and stayed to fight the Karja when others retreated into the mountains. A few of my old warriors remained with me, those who survived.
You're set on going back to the mountain?
I have put my word to it.
Even with the risks being so great?
The risk of what? Death? It would be a worse fate to bow our heads to the challenge and say...
Well, I guess that's it then.
Good. I prefer deeds to words.
Right.
One either strives to be the best, or one accepts failure. There's nothing in between.
Okay, if I want to learn more about how this daemon affects the machines. I've got to find Maria. To do that, I need to talk to her apprentice, who followed the river north.
Outlander, wait a moment. That weapon of yours, Outlander, that spear. I can see the blue light upon it.
This? It was made by an acquaintance of mine.
Ah, a shaman.
No. More of a tinker?
A tinker does not understand the spark in the metal, the song in the metal like this. But it could be improved upon, modified with the help of the old ones. Far north of here, there is a cave, a shaft in the snow. Within it is a nest of metal birds. Find a bird that hasn't been stripped by shamans past. Look for a rail inside it, the length of your spear. That's all I can tell you.
Get a rail from some metal birds in a cave. Sounds perfectly normal. Feels like sunburn.
Good to see you.
Fresh face and cut. Something of a rarity these days.
Come on. These instincts. I've never known one of our paintings to this point.
Quite a view you've got up here.
It's a useful perspective. How fleeting we are when the world is so wide. From up here, all our marks will pass.
That outlook sounds a little depressing for a painter.
Haven't met many artists, have you? Song's Edge needs new stories. I scrubbed its past off this rock to start anew, but a new start needs new colors. Fresh pigments, like none have seen.
Have you always been a...
I've always painted. But up there, the markings are eternal. They paint over the same. As a child, I learned from copying them. All of us Banuk might as well be trapped in glacier ice.
These pigments you want.
Salts gather at the edges of geysers and hot pools. Crystal.
The Banuk rock paintings are...
You want to know what they mean. That some are called to the machines. The sacred shapes you see on metal...
Do the machines listen to the...
I don't know. Others, like mine, are a call to the tribe. You could say, and sometimes even men listen, if the painting is loud enough.
I'll see what I can find.
Seek out the vibrant ones. A spring of sudden color among snow or rock or metal. That's its own reward, but I'd reward you as well.
I need to turn around.
When the old ones were buried in their graves and our numbers were still small, it was she who led us through the frozen wastes. We also remember the ravenous tribe, who delighted in sucking the marrow from our broken bones. Everywhere Banu Kai and her Werak fled, the ravenous tribe were never far behind, seeking a way.
Bandits in the cut, huh? Let's see who survives longer.
The coolie is a prickly sort, but I suppose she can afford to be with talent like that.
Hunt with care.
I'm tired.
Someone has to be dead. Stone wound. You seem sad, stranger. I heard you mention a flood?
Yes. A sudden deluge, without rain or melt to I'm Aloy, the drummer of Deep Din. Or at least I was, till it disappeared under the waters.
Deep Din. What's that?
A hollow, carved out by the old ones. A chamber, a basin. I'd explain it by playing for you if I could. But it's pipes.
So Deep Din is a place?
Yes. Pipes that carry a perfect tone beneath a sonorous basin. During the war, my father played the pipes to rally the Banuk against the... I'm the drummer now. But our battles are few and far between, of course, if the waters don't recede.
So the waters...
One day it was dry. The next, the nearby river had risen and the entire... There was no rain, not even any clouds, and yet the river rose...
A flood without rain.
Just northwest of here. Look all you like, but I don't see what good it'll do. The flood...
These new carja offer peace to the Banuk. None will forget the Red Raids, but...
No one hunts like the Banuk, but I've heard the Nora can handle their bows.
Karja Outlanders.
Awesome. And Nora saves his life. I wouldn't believe it if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
What brings you Karja so far from your home?
There's good machine hunting in the cut. Danger, too. Some have a taste for both, and they pay people like me. We've had a bad run this time, even after I brought this...
I did say the sun's light was cast quite red the night of the...
Not your concern, though, Huntress. May...
Outlanders hate the Karja. We work hard as anything.
The work is done, then I can relax.
Well, don't you seem fresh-faced and ready for anything?
Brogan said Araya's apprentice went north of the river. Hopefully not too far. That must be Naltuk, looking out at that tower. It looks like it's sending out a pulse. Naltuk?
Who are you? How did you find me?
Bergrand told me you'd be out here.
He's persistent. I've told that Oseram 1,000 times. I don't need to buy anything.
And I'm not selling. I just need to find Araya.
Well, you won't. She's gone where only shamans can tread. She seeks guidance from the voice in the blue light. That is her task. And the task she gave me is to observe the daemon's work. To stop it spreading, if I can. But what can I do about these towers? In only a few weeks, they've sprouted throughout the cut. The daemon's energy pulses from them. Rallies the machines, even repairs them.
Aratak said this daemon was frenzying machines?
Look there. Those with the purple markings. They belong to the daemon. They're stronger, more dangerous.
I've seen something like this before. A corruption. But it wasn't from your daemon.
You have? Then you know more than I do. These towers, were they part of your corruption?
No. Those are new to me too.
Like I said, they empower the daemon's machines. They must be stopped.
Will you tell me where Araya went?
You ask a lot of questions.
Only when I'm not getting the answers.
There's but one voice Araya wants to hear right now, and it isn't yours. I'm sorry.
Alright, you want to stop the spread of the daemon's work? I know how to get started. With my bow and spear.
Outlander, wait. Won't you tell me your name?
Aloy.
Good. If you fall to the daemon's machines, at least I can properly recount your efforts to Araya.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. But I won't fall. And when I'm done, you're gonna tell me where she is. Interesting. Maybe I could override it. Got their attention. machines. It can be destroyed.
Let's talk about Araya.
Now we know how to deal with the machines in the towers. The daemon's next.
Perhaps Araya should meet you after all. What she truly seeks is hope. After what I just saw, you could show her that. She's in retreat beyond those mountains, the ice rasps. You'll have to walk the shaman's path to get there. You'll know you've reached the end when you come to a shrine. A great machine covered in blue gleam. Shamans who complete the path take a piece of it as reward. If you make it that far. You should too. You'll have earned it.
You said something about blue gleam at the end of the shaman's path?
A crystal that builds on the bodies of machines in the oldest ice. We Banuk believe it's the stuff of the blue light, frozen as it escapes their shells. You might be more interested that merchants will trade well for it.
Bergren told me you're Araya's apprentice.
In her absence, I serve the chieftain and his werak as an advisor, a scout.
A lot of responsibilities.
I don't know if I can live up to Araya's example, but I have to try. She took a chance on me. An aspiring shaman from the edge of the world.
Were you with Araya?
I wish I had been, even with all that happened. I'm no warrior, though. When Araya and the chieftain returned, I saw them argue bitterly. I don't know what about exactly. Then she came to me, gave me my task, and left us.
How do I cross this?
Go to the ice rasps. Then follow the markers through the ice caves and the waterfalls, and make the climb to the shrine. But be careful. The path is meant to be an ordeal, the final trial of a young shaman's training.
And I'll find Araya at the end of it?
No. She goes further up. If you see her, would you tell her... I have faith she will hear the voice again.
All right, I guess I'm off. The ice rasps to find this. Shaman's path. What did it take to knock one of those over? Or built to last? Scavengers have just gotten started. Last of the scavengers. Should scan the Tolmec. See how deep the damage goes. Won't waste this. Be fascinating if they weren't looking for me. Check the area with my focus, maybe. What warmth feels like out here. Looks like the scavengers ripped out 3 major parts. If I could bring them back, maybe I could even reactivate it. Get at what's inside its head. This tonic part's still in one piece. That seems intact. That was real tough. at it while I can. Thought I found this. No space. Well, that fits. I hope it works. Well, it's in better shape than it was. Okay, if I'm right, I just need to get the power going through it again. And if I'm wrong, at least no one's watching. It should wake you up. Easy now. Easy! Right, it's never easy. Perhaps my focus can help me. Could be something around that my focus will see. All right. Now I just have to reach its head. Going down fast. This blue gleam will make some shaman happy. This must be the ruin Aloy was talking about. Deep in. Flooded too, like she said. Slug walls. Probably came from Sunlight River. Follow the river, find its source. Seems simple enough. Do what I have to. These mountains must be the ice rests. The shaman's path begins somewhere up above. They go on forever. There. That must be where the water's coming from. Looks like something the old ones built. Kind of animal. A keepsake of the old ones. Everything's freezing. The ground, the air, me.